You, one and all, thank you for your presence. This yoga practice will be about grace, gracefulness, helping us become more graceful and elegant and light on our feet. Now, moving with grace can require a vast reservoir of strength and centeredness and patience. You'll learn how to quiet the mind's restlessness. It wants to rush from one pose to the next, like a voracious, hungry beast. But with more time to breathe more deeply and move more consciously, your movements will become so much more graceful and beautiful. It'll become poetry in motion as you move with your breath. And we're going to be paying particular attention to the transitions between the poses, that they also be something smooth and graceful and elegant. You'll have time in poses to breathe and let the breath move you in that graceful way as well. Now, grace also means this sense of free and undeserved favor, like the grace of God. And opening to this type of grace is a desire to appreciate and be aware of this beauty of God's creation and how in our yoga practice our offering of grace and beauty to coincide with this divine beauty is a way of showing our gratitude and appreciation. So this movement of grace into grace. So we'll have a time of invocation next, to invoke our spirit of grace with reverence, create this sacred space wherever you may be, and make this a special time for you with more meaning and value. Take a comfortable seat where you can sit tall, roll the shoulders up and back, expand in the chest, the collarbones, and lengthen the neck and spine. Sit with the poise, the balance, and the elegance that you were born with, and inhale this sense of grace, this idea of poise. Increase your agility. Maximize the ease in which you perform yoga asana or anything. Establish that elegance, more finesse. Moving with your own style. And letting go and releasing any sense of awkwardness or clumsiness, any distractions or impatience that make us want to rush ahead, leap to the end of the book, but just to take our time and really savor each moment as we experience pose, and then as we transition to the next pose. mudra we'll practice is the Akasha Mudra. Akasha is the space element. And this helps us cultivate this idea of spaciousness and openness, the vastness, non-grasping. We touch the thumb to the middle finger, the tip of the thumb to the tip of the middle finger. So there's the thumb element, which is the fire element, enhancing this, the element of space, which is the middle finger. So just resting the hands on the thighs with the palms face up. And keep inhaling this grace of spaciousness into the heart. And exhaling more centered in your core, drawing the navel to the spine. You know how great athletes move. They make their efforts seem easeful and effortless. So they have a great sense of core awareness. They move from the power and strength of the navel center and maintains their balance and focus and fluidity. Now, I've put the invocation in the chat window, but maybe you can't read it from where you're sitting. The Onassara Invocation is this opening to grace. I open my heart to the power of grace that lives in us as goodness, that is never absent and radiates peace, that is lights the way to transformation. This beautiful, radiant path ahead of us. So I'll read one line at a time, and then we can repeat it together. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave. Now together. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave. Satchitananda Murtaye. Together. Satchitananda Murtaye. Nishprapanchaya Shantaya. Together. Nishprapanchaya Shantaya. Niralambaya Tejase. Together. Niralambaya Tejase. Now inhale, sweep the arms up high over the head. And as you exhale, chant the sound of Om as you bring your hands down. Om. And again, inhale, sweep up, big breath in. Exhale, chanting Om as you bring the palms down the midline. And inhale. Once more, Om, bringing the hands down. And let's come around to table pose on hands and knees. And just get into some fluid movement in the spine with our cat and cow stretches. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, looking down, flexing the spine, this angry cat. And from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head, moving fluidly. sinuously even, as you gracefully flow with a slow, deep breath. Now begin to circle your hips, bringing them forward on the inhale and pushing them back on the exhale. And there's always the temptation to rush around and try and do as many repetitions as possible, but I'm really more concerned with the quality of the movement. You know, it's graceful and beautiful, and something worthy of offering into this divine creation. And when you're ready, change, reverse the circles. And when you come back up to the center, balance on the left knee and extend the right leg, balancing. Inhale as you lengthen through the sole of the right foot, and exhale, draw the right knee slowly into the chest, rounding the back. And then just as slowly extend and reach out again through the length of the right leg. So the movement lasts as long as your breath, and you're never rushing or holding the breath. You never stop breathing, and you never stop moving. So everything is flowing at the same speed as the breath. Good. Now rest the right knee down and switch to the other leg. Bringing that left leg up, extend, flex, lengthen. When you're ready, exhale slowly. Draw the left knee into the chest, rounding the back. And when that air is totally gone, begin the next inhale. Inhaling to your full lung capacity. And then just as slowly exhaling, emptying the air back out. Without pausing at the end of the inhale or the exhale, but just fluidly just weaving one breath into the next and keeping the movement slow and steady. Slow and steady goes far in a day, as Ralph Moody would say. Now, bringing ourselves down to child's pose, push back to the heels, bow the forehead. The palms pressing down. Inhale, lift the hips up and push forward into Cobra Pose. Inhale, lift our hips up, and exhale, press back to Child Pose. So there's no rush. Take as long as you need. Flowing up on the inhale to table, and then gradually rolling the hips down to Cobra. Back up again to table on the inhale, and just as slowly back to Child's Pose on the exhale. See how smooth you can make that flow. And come back to your table pose. And lower all the way down, coming flat to the mat with the chin touching the floor, the hands on either side of the chest for Cobra Pose, and press the tops of the feet and toenails into the mat. Engage the legs and hug the legs to the midline. Firm in the buttocks, use the lower back and curl up on your inhale. And slowly back down on your exhale like a red carpet rolling out. Up again with the inhale. And slowly back down on the exhale. Because gravity will help you on the exhale, you need to purposely slow yourself down. Use the muscular energy in the lower back equally with the arms. And rest again on your chest. And roll over onto your back. So I'm going to flip over and work now, focusing more on the core muscles. Bend the knees, lift the knees up, and just circle the knees moving together in circles, arms wide and balance, bracing on the floor. And then reverse the circles, knees circle the opposite way. Okay, and then rest the feet down and press the elbows into the floor, lifting the chest up. And lift up through the heart, keep the arch in the lower back, and draw the shoulder blades into the middle of the spine. And you'll pick up the heels. Okay, and from here, let's make some circles with the feet, out and back. Again, strengthening the core, really make your flows more fluid and easeful. Now, try and circle the opposite way with the feet. And lower the feet down and come up onto the hands. So now we're ready to lift up the hips in this upward table. And balance on the left foot, lift the right leg up. And then gracefully switch and lift the left leg up. And do this a few times, slowly switching from side to side. And release down. And we'll come up to stand. Not quite yet. Just turn over and step the right foot forward. Let me come back down to the lunges, because that will open the hips. Just walk the left knee back. Give the hips a few breaths to start to relax. And now, pressing the hips back, slowly fold forward, lift the right toes up. And inhale, glide forward with the hips. And exhale, extend back into a thigh stretch. And forward on the inhale, just as gracefully and beautifully as possible. There's no rush, no impatience. No. You have this. Now switching legs, step the right foot back and left foot forward. Just take a few breaths, getting this side to relax and open. Walk the right knee back. And now I'm going to extend the left leg, lift the toes, exhaling, fold forward. And inhaling, bend the knee and lift the heart. Exhale and fold. And this kneeling pyramid. Inhale to lunge. Now step the left foot back to table pose. Curl the toes under and lift the knees. Walk out the knees some, stretch the calves. And over a series of breaths that help you feel the grace and beauty of the pose by deeply inhaling to the shoulders, the neck, the back side of the ribs, and exhaling, drawing the navel to the spine, using your core strength to extend out through the arms and legs. So even as you're holding poses, there's a grace and fluidity that the movement of the breath induces naturally. We're going to flow some here, coming to high plank on the inhale, and pushing back to down dog on the exhale. So we're inhaling, shoulders forward over the wrists, and exhale, lifting the navel, pressing the hips back. And try not to rush. It's not how many you do, but how exquisite and elegant they are. And start to walk the feet forward, bend the knees, come into a forward bend. And the heels are on the floor, lean back into the hips. Now put the left hand on the floor under your face, bend the left knee and twist to the right. Open the right arm and look up. And exhale, float the right hand back down slowly. Switch sides, bend the right knee and open the left arm. And just float that arm down. Don't let gravity win, and flow from side to side. Elegantly and gracefully as possible. Probably gonna have to slow down the exhale so that it doesn't, get out of sync. And now start to lift up, to stand. Keeping the feet wide, put the hands on the hips and just circle the hips. And never rushing, just taking time to feel the entire fluidity and grace of each movement. And when you're ready, change direction, circle the hips the opposite way. Keeping the knees soft, slightly bent. Lift the arms in front of you, palms face down. Draw the wrists back towards the shoulders, inhaling. And exhaling, press the palms away. Inhaling, drawing back. And exhaling, pushing away. It doesn't matter whether you've done this movement before, just try and make it as beautiful and fluid as you can. Now circle the left arm to the left and turn to the right, circle the right arm to the right. So hands flow in figure eights from side to side. Now let your shoulders sway from side to side. Now coming to the center, I'll face you. Press the palms together, the feet hip distance apart, and gradually press the palms into one another, build some resistance between the hands. Then press both hands to the left, move the hips to the right. Good. Now, opposite way, palms to the right, hips to the left. Good. And back, side to side. Begin to swim the arms a little higher each time. This is the swimming dragon of Qigong. The hips going one way, the hands the other, and this graceful, fluid movement as the dragon rises up over the sea. Then he turns and dives down, diving down on the right. Inhale, swooping up, and exhale, diving down on the left. Swimming dragon of Qigong. Now bring both palms up over the head, brush down the front of the body, ground down through the body, feet. And once again, lift up, get tall, and brush the palms down. All right, we're going to do this sun salute, Surya Namaskar. Inhale at the front of the mat, rolling the shoulders up and back. And exhale, release the arms down to your side. Now inhale, take a big breath, slowly lift up. And you're going to take the full exhalation to fold forward. Soften the knees, send the hips back, lengthen the spine. Keep the breath flowing without cease. Inhale, lift the hands halfway up. And exhale, plant the hands down, step back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, roll the shoulders back. Cobra or up dog. Now exhale, lift the hips and press them back. Rest in your breath. Find the grace of each breath adding to the beauty of the pose. When you're ready, look up, lift the heels, exhale, bend the knees, and lightly float forward. Then exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, bring hands down, rest at the sides of the body. Remember, the mission is to be graceful. It's not how many sun salutes. You don't have to do 100 sun salutes. We just do a few very nice ones. So now inhale, do another Surya Namaskar. As beautiful as breath, flowing gently, folding slowly on the exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, lengthen the spine, and slide back to high plank. Exhale to low plank, or all the way to the mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, lift the knees, press the hips back to downward facing dog. Noticing the movement of the breath, how we expand in the shoulders, the back of the neck as we inhale, and how we lengthen through the heels as you exhale and out through the fingertips. Inhale, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Get ready to float forward. And lightly touch down, folding on the exhale. Rise again on the inhale. And exhale, slowly lower back to Samasthiti, this ready position. There's no rush. All get back together. You've got this. Let's do one more. Slowly inhale, lift the arms, sweep up, big breath. And exhale, very gently folding forward, taking your time to really lengthen the spine as you come forward and down. Inhale, lifting halfway. And getting ready, slide the feet back to high plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. These are not calisthenics. We're not trying to rush as many in as possible. It's looking for quality, not quantity. And getting ready to look up on the inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Use your momentum to float forward. Land lightly on your feet and fold with the exhale. Soften the knees, lift up fluidly, gracefully, beautifully arch back. And exhale, rest the arms, release. All right, let's try our warrior two, stepping the right foot back. Walk the right foot to the back of the mat, bend the left knee, and open the arms. Look to the left fingertips. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And exhale, draw the navel in so you can deepen the pose, engage in the core, and find that steadiness to move now from the navel and arch up and back. Inhale to this reverse warrior. Exhale, reach forward with the right arm. Come into your side angle. Flow as you're breathing without stopping, pausing. A continuous breath flowing one into the next. So the movement is graceful and fluid. Your movements are like a ballet dancer. Back to warrior two. And switch sides with a vinyasa. Step the left foot back to downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. And inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And step the right foot through. As you exhale, plant the left heel, turning the foot sideways. Inhale, rise up. And in your own fashion, walk the left foot back, bend the right knee, roll the shoulders up and back. Gaze to the right fingertips. Inhaling, arch back, reverse the warrior. And exhaling, come forward to side angle. It's not how fast or how far you go in the pose today, but how beautiful you can make it appear. It's an offering of grace and appreciation for God's grace. Using your strong core strength and give you the foundation and the center point. So like the hub of the wheel that's steady, you can flow now with the arms. And then rest. And warrior two. And a vinyasa. The hands come down to the floor. Right foot steps back. Downward dog. Inhale, shoulders forward, high plank. And exhale to low plank. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, float forward, gracefully land. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, lift up, reach overhead, arch back. And exhale, bring hands to the heart. I think I have enough space to do warrior three. Toe touch back with the right foot. Open the arms wide to the sides. Keep a little spring in the left knee. You don't lock the left knee out. There's a little micro bend there, so you can balance more easily and lift the right toes up behind. And you can stay balancing and just being graceful with your breath flow. Or turn this into a movement where we bring the right knee forward, lift it up to the chest, hug the right knee in. Then inhale, release the knee, and slowly extend it back behind as the arms reopen. Each exhale, bring the right knee forward, hug the right knee to the chest. And exhale, extend gracefully back to warrior three. You can do this. Let's try one more try. So you go. All right, now rest the right foot down, shake it out. Balance on the right leg, toe touch back with the left foot. Inhale, open the arms wide like a bird, ready to lift off with the left toes. And balancing on the right leg, come into warrior three. Exhale, bring the left knee forward, lift it up, hug it in. And inhale, release that knee and slowly extend the left leg behind. Just try and move gently with the breath. Even if it limits your range, just do what you can as smoothly as possible. All right, that's enough. Lower the left foot down. And let's come into another vinyasa, sweeping up on the inhale, arch back. And gracefully folding forward, swan dive, lengthen, come down with the hands, and step the feet back to high plank. And exhale to low plank. Inhale to up dog. And lower the knees, lift the hips, and back to table pose. Need a little refreshment for this next flow, where grace has to face pressure, grace under pressure now, where we're going to come into forearm plank. You can either keep the forearms separated, shoulder width apart, or I like to bring the fingertips together as a more of a way of hugging to the midline here. Lift up the knees, come into your forearm plank. And let the breath be as graceful as possible. Add a little movement here. Bring the right knee to the right elbow and step back. And then the left knee to the left elbow and back. And we alternate. Try not to rush in as many as possible, but just to be as smooth as possible. It's quality, not quantity. Now, resting the hips down. Relax. Make this an offering, Danda Pranam. Extending the arms forward. All the beauty and grace that you've put into your practice this morning, just offering that in gratitude for God's grace. I'm trying to see with eyes that there's a blessing in every experience. And we'll come and lift the chest up. And just move into Pigeon Pose, sliding the right knee forward. And walk the left knee back. And draw in and up through the pelvic floor. Roll the shoulders up and back. Now inhale, extend out through the tips of the left toes. And exhale, we're going to roll forward. Roll down on the exhale. And roll up on the inhale. And continue some nice wave-like movements through the spine. Continuing to hug the outer hips in towards the core of the pelvis. Use that core strength to make this movement more fluid, but grounded. Switch sides by stepping the right foot back. Walk out the knees some. And bring the left knee up towards the left wrist. Walk the right knee back. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And exhale, lower forward. Inhale, raising the head and shoulders. And exhale, fluidly rolling out like a red carpet. Maintain that muscular energy in the core, the pelvic floor, the inner thighs. Good. Now come to wide knee child's pose. The big toes touching, the knees spread wide. Ease forward. Again, making this offering. Now lift up and open the legs to a wide angle. It's like coming now facing your way. Spread the toes and slide onto the front of the sitting bones so you can draw the lower back in, lift the chest up, and roll the shoulders back. Keep this expansive chest and heart, and inhale, sweep the right arm up, stretch over to the left side. Exhale, lengthen, and inhale, rise back up, switch arms. Exhale, stretch to the right side. Move as slowly and gracefully as you can without stopping, without pausing. It's moving like liquid surrounding you. If you were doing this in a swimming pool and you didn't want to make any splashes or waves, you just think how nice and streamlined your movements would be. Back up to the center. All right. I need some space behind me so I can roll back and forth on my spine. I'm going to try balancing bear and roll back into plow. So balance on the sitting bones. Hold either around the outside of the thighs and extend the legs, or some can hold on to the ankles, maybe even to the big toes, where you extend the legs and balance. And as you're ready to roll back, tuck the chin to the chest, bend the knees, rock back on the spine, and then inhale, rock back up to balance, and exhale, roll back. So you can do this keeping the knees bent, or try and extend the legs some as you come up. Just have a little fun with it. I'll start to roll onto the back. And just rest here a minute. Where we will come on to the back for happy baby. And happy baby, you're holding either behind the thighs or the ankles, or some maybe holding the edges of the feet or the big toes. And happy baby, we're going to rock side to side. Maybe even turn the chin, let the head rock side to side. Now if you want to go a little deeper on each side, maybe even touch the knee to the floor, you're going to have to counterbalance, maybe extend the opposite leg so you have more leverage to twist side to side, and even touch one knee to the ground at a time. And coming back to the center, and release the feet down. Stretch the arms up overhead, and lengthen through the toes, through the fingers. Spread the fingers, stretch the palms of the hands, and then the fingernails are lightly touching, scratching the floor. You're going to sweep the arms down towards your side like a snow angel, if there's nothing in your way, and bring the arms down. Open the legs as wide as the mat. Keep the arms moving as you inhale. Sweep the arms back up like your snow angel, and down on the exhale. Another slow, graceful movement of inhale, sweeping up, stretching the palms, then exhale and release down to your side. And start to settle back into the floor in Shavasana, making sure you'll stay warm enough, comfortable. Aligning the spine, arms and legs. And then just resting in the breath. A nice, graceful breath flowing in and out. The path of grace involves an open mind, but more importantly, an open heart. A quote from Barack Obama. So just let your heart open to this pervasive grace, divine grace. Open to this blessing of life. Being eyes able to see this grace and nature and one another. Just letting your body rest completely and totally, surrendering to the floor every final ounce of effort. You've done a great practice this morning, made something truly beautiful and special, and gave it as an offering of grace and appreciation for grace. So feeling good about that, feeling good about yourself and how happy, fulfilled, and wonderful you're feeling right now. knowing that your grace is important in this world. Your free and limitless blessings that you gave. You have this vast reservoir of grace within you, and from it you can make these blessings to one another, sharing your grace with the grace of God. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. I open my heart to the power of grace that lives in us as goodness, that is ever present and radiates peace, that lights the way to transformation. Now begin to deepen your breath and gracefully unfold hands, stretching and moving, and in your own time, rolling up to a sitting position. I bow to the grace in each and every one of you. Namaste.